Hey, next time you give a benchmark test, how would you like those scores to go home in a meaningful way, in a way that parents would appreciate and so they know the progress of their kids? How would you like weekly or every other week to be able to send home reading levels? Well, here's a way, and it comes with the miracles of Microsoft Publisher. So as long as you can have anything in Eduphoria and you're able to export it to an Excel document such as this. We took a recent benchmark in 5th grade, and here's my scores right here. You can see here are the kids, here's their teacher, here's what they made in reading, here's what they made in math, here's what they made in science. I want to show you in 1 minute how you can turn this into a document where kids can go in and graph their scores, and this document can go home to your parents. So let me close this up and show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to make these sheets available to you. These will all be attached to your email that you will receive. So let me get that 5th grade Showtime graphs right here. So I'm going to open up a 5th grade document, make it where I can see it, and look what I've got on here. Alright, this is one that you can customize this any way you want. You can customize the date, you can make this look like whatever you want on here. But this says 5th grade results. Here's what we had from our last Friday payday or Showtime or our last benchmark. And it's got a place for the reading, math, science, but again, you can customize every bit of this. But here comes the trick right here. Now I'm going to customize the date, make it today's date. Alright, so then I'm ready to do this. I'm going to connect this document back to that Excel sheet that I have. As long as I can get something in Excel and it's got titles on it, then I can connect right to it. You come right up here to mailings, and we're going to do mail merge. Now we're going to do what's called step-by-step mail merge wizard. This is the easiest thing to do. It's much easier to do this in Publisher. Alright, what I do is I go down and it's just simply 3 steps. First step is create or connect to a recipient list. I'm going to connect this document right here to my Excel document that I have on my desktop. So let me go find it on my desktop. Here's the results because I took these results, I exported to Excel, I took this out of Eduphoria, and here's my recent benchmark test, and look at this. It pops up in Publisher. Now I can take a look at it, and there they are. There's the names of all the kids that are going to be on this, and everywhere I have a check, these are the ones I'm going to use. So I'm just going to say, okay, it's tied to that. Now I'm going to take my document, and I'm ready for step 2 down here. Create your merged publication. What that means is to the parents of, well, I want the student's name here. I just simply click students, and now every student's name is going to show up here. All right, we want their reading score. So I'm going to come down here. Let me put a little colon right here, a couple of little spaces right here, and I'm going to put their reading score right there. Now in the math part, I'm going to put their math score. In the science part, left off my colon, I'm going to put the science score. And even down here where it says current year teacher name, let me get rid of that and let me just click on teacher. Now watch this miracle happen. I'm ready to do next. I'm going to now merge my document. So I hit next, it's merged. I can go up to print preview and watch how cool this is. Here it is. This is to the parents of Bob Goodguy, and Bob made 83 on his reading, 88 on his math, 82 on his science, and Mrs. Gripe is his teacher. Now I can give this to Bob, and what I expect Bob to do is to make a bar graph. He can graph it up like this all the way up to 83, and it shows how he's doing compared to the passing rate or the college ready rate. All of these you can change. He does the same thing for math. He does the same thing for science. That's ready to go home. That took no time at all. That thing is ready to go home. Look at each one of these. Here's the next one, Sally Swell. You can see her scores. Here's Judy Joy. You can do all of these. It's ready to go home. No problem right there. All right. How would you like your kindergarten kids once a week, once every 2 weeks to send home their reading levels, as long as you can get your teachers to turn these into you in an Excel format? So here's Mrs. Proficient's reading levels right now. You can see little Charlie's reading on a C. Here's James on an A. Here's their reading level. Watch this. I'm going to open up this document. Here's my kindergarten. All right, look at this. Now this is one that we used at Emerson. You can change this any way you want. You can change it for however you want. And it tells you right now, to the parents of, and we're going to have the reading level in here, and the child is going to come down here and graph in from here. Here's beginning level, here's A, here's B, here's C, here's ready for first grade, here's E, college ready. The child is going to graph his or her reading level. Let's do a mail merge and let's tie it to that document. Go up to mailings, open up mail merge, step-by-step mail merge wizard. First step, we're going to connect it to the document. So I'm going to go out and find that. It's on my desktop. All I'm doing is connecting it to that document for reading levels, and here it comes. It's on sheet 1, and you can see all these kids up here are going to show up. So I just say okay. Step 2, we're going to create our merged publication. So right here, that's where I want their reading level. Right down here, this is where I want the student's name. Forgot to do that. And down here, I want the student's teacher. Now I'm going to center that, in fact. Okay, here comes the miracle of it. Next, create merged publication. It is now merged. I'm ready for a print preview. And watch this. To the parents of Charles Dickens, he's reading on a C. His teacher is Mrs. Proficient. I would ask Charles, under teachers with teacher support, to graph right up here to a C. And I would be keeping their parents abreast all year of where he is. I'm providing one for you in Spanish in kindergarten, so here's this one. It'll do the same thing, and so they can graph their reading level, and that's written in Spanish. Also have one in first grade. Here's one in English for first grade where they can graph their level, and you can see the graph's a little larger for this. Again, you can customize every bit of this, but they're going to graph their level right here based on what our information is. Ready for second grade, college ready, right there. Also have one in first grade in Spanish like this. So all of these will be attached to the email that you will receive right here. I heartily recommend, when you give benchmarks of any kind and to keep parents abreast of how their kids are doing in reading, use these graphs, send them home. If you have questions, email me or call me, and thank you for what you do.